questionable. Got Luke Kennard, got Jake Laravia, got DeAndre Ayton. Let's see. Let's see if the Lakers can win a game without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, especially against the Golden State Warriors team who has their superstar back, Stephen Curry. He's listed as questionable as well, but he most likely will play tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers, knowing that the Golden State Warriors are in that play-in tournament and knowing that they're trying to get their rhythm, trying to get their chemistry, and see if they can make a playoff push. But it's just crazy. I keep on wrapping my head around that the Lakers season turned so quickly. As you guys see right there, the Lakers' terrible April. Yeah, the month of April has not been good. But before we get into that, and I got someone who is going to be joining me real soon. But before we do, I have to talk about my friends at Pechanga Resort Casino. And you can play a perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. So, joining me to help me preview the downfall, how quickly this Lakers season has turned, and to preview this game tonight against the Golden State Warriors. You guys are very, very familiar with this guy. He is your host of Locked On Lakers, and you can catch him, which we are starting to see, the days of Lakers talk that you can catch on ESPN 710 in Los Angeles. You can start to see it because we're trying to figure out if we can find an actual day, a set day for that show.
Ain't never gonna happen, DeAndre. It ain't never gonna happen. It is what it is, man. We roll,
and it's due to just every single thing that has been going on at our station. So it's not a big deal. But AK,
we're like the Lakers. We're going to roll with the punches, man. We work with what is in front of us.
AK, we got the Golden State Warriors tonight. We don't have Austin Reeves.
Nope.
We do not have Luka Doncic. Jackson Hayes is also out. Marcus Smart is still listed as questionable.
But moving up. Moving
up. It's moving up. It's trending towards the right direction.
Yeah.
Got LeBron James. Now, we had a very interesting conversation last night on Lakers Talk. And who are the 9 guys JJ Redick should trust, knowing that they're going to be without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves? And heading into tonight's game against the Golden State Warriors, ideally, I feel like the lineup that we're going to see, and this is just assuming that Marcus Smart will be in there.
Okay.
It's going to be LeBron. It's going to be Marcus Smart. Most likely Luke Kennard, Jake Laravia, or Rui Hachimura. I think one of those two will be in the mix. And then DeAndre Ayton. Mm-hmm. Do you think that is the right starting lineup to go into tonight's matchup against the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah, that's the lineup I assume he would be going with. And I think it's the lineup that he should go with just because you want to keep getting Rui in the flow of playing off the bench as a scorer, because it's really important that he finds that rhythm. I think it's something that could be very important when the playoffs begin. And, there's a lot that's going to have to be reconfigured. And I'm sure JJ's trying to figure out right now, like, it's not ideal to have to, in a lot of ways, reimagine an offensive system and hierarchy schemes that had worked so incredibly well in March. And it began the usage hierarchy, as I like to talk about it, was Luka at number 1, Austin at number 2, LeBron at number 3, often playing more as a finisher at the end of possessions. It was working great. We are now in a place where LeBron is the de facto number 1 usage guy. Like there simply is no other option. Like, I'm not saying Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard will never bring the ball up. They're going to have to at times just to preserve LeBron at 41, or, this would be something that you might need to do with Luka if Austin and LeBron were out. Just this stuff is difficult, but at the end of the day, LeBron's going to be running the majority of possessions because he's the most qualified to do it. So I think However, you can keep guys in a rhythm of what they've been doing matters a lot. And I think Rui will be coming off the bench, assuming the 7 guys that are rotation locks without Luka and Austin are available. So, yeah, I would expect Rui to play off the bench.
By the way, with LeBron, he missed opening night against the Golden State Warriors, and Steph Curry missed both the Lakers and Warriors games in February. Tonight will be the first time the two have faced each other all season.
Assuming he plays, assuming Steph plays.
Assuming Steph plays. And LeBron still holds that edge in 14 and 13 in the regular season. Steph is up 17 and 12 in the postseason against LeBron James. That's it's a pretty good record in the postseason for Steph Curry against LeBron James. But
honestly, man, it's been an awesome rivalry between those guys. Like this era, the faces of the NBA, like LeBron's era, particularly post Kobe, like once Kobe and Tim Duncan were out of there and you could no longer even talk about them as part of it. LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant, they've all played against each other, like for real stakes, in the finals. They've taken titles from each other. Like it's been really awesome to see that stuff. They've played against each other in the regular season. They clearly have a lot of mutual respect between the three. Like it's been a really, really fun rivalry that's been about more than simply marketing the big names. Like remember, there was a period where Kobe and LeBron were pitted against each other as rivals in the NBA. We had the Nike Puppets commercials, and they never really played.
Those are great.
They were, they were awesome. But they never played against each other for real stakes. And it ultimately did more to flash forward to where we are now, pit Laker fans against LeBron while LeBron has been a Laker than actually create like a real rivalry between Kobe and LeBron. The stuff between LeBron, KD, and Steph has been just great for the league. And if you love basketball, it's been great for basketball fans.
By the way, this clip that they have been playing early in Steph Curry's career and LeBron James Cleveland Cavaliers team, I just can't. It's just crazy to me that on that LeBron James roster is that Sasa Pavlovich and Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
You also look at that, you're like, why is LeBron talking to whoever this 9-year-old is on the court? Like, why is this 9-year-old in a Golden State Warriors jersey in the middle of what appears to be an NBA basketball game? Like, Steph looks insanely young there.
So young. And that Steph Curry team, I believe they had if I could be wrong, I believe it was Radmanovich was on that team. I think Flip Murray was on that team.
Oh, I know. I just saw 77 Vlad Rad.
Yeah, Vlad Rad. And I think Flip Murray was on that team as well.
Flip Murray.
Wow. Oh, my goodness, man. Like, this is crazy. I think that Cavs team as well, I think they had Anthony Parker.
They might have.
And I mean, it's just for those, like, just going back on that, like, the things that LeBron had to do with that Cleveland Cavaliers team.
This is why when people talk about LeBron's finals record and they hold 4-6 against him, what I want people to at least acknowledge, LeBron only had one series in his career that his team was favored and he lost. Mm-hmm. He has either won a finals, that was 2011, by the way, the 2011 Miami Heat, the first year the Heatles went to the finals against the Mavericks, Dirk's Mavericks, that ultimately ended up winning. Mm-hmm. That was the one time that LeBron had a team in the finals and that was favored and they lost. LeBron, by his own admission, played badly in those finals. Every other time, LeBron has either won or his team was the dramatic underdog. Like if you look at 2007, the only reason that team was in the finals and they ended up losing to San Antonio was LeBron. Like the idea of holding that against LeBron, you are punishing him for being good enough to drag a subpar team to the finals. Or like the year that they lost 2015 to the Warriors with both Kyrie and Kevin Love out, and like his second best player is Matthew Dellavedova. Like what the heck are we doing, people?
Timothy Mozgov, man.
Right. Like what are you expecting LeBron to do in that situation? Like 2017, 2018, when he lost to the Steph KD Warriors, his team was rightly an underdog, like rightly, to penalize him for not being able to overcome massive odds. To me, that just, it feels like you are not appreciating like true greatness. You don't have to like LeBron. And if you're a Laker fan who feels a certain way about him, fine, whatever. Like I don't care. But you should at least appreciate it, if for no other reason than if you're a basketball fan, you should want to appreciate it. You should respect it.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and I agree. By the way, we brought up, that the LeBron Cleveland Cavaliers team, and Peter in the YouTube chat says that, that there could have been a chance for LeBron and Kobe to be in the finals, but that Dwight Howard Orlando Magic team just, had to get in the way of that. And that Dwight Howard Orlando Magic team they were really good. They were really, really good.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like when people talk about Dwight and debating whether or not, I remember he finally got into the Hall, but when people were debating whether or not he was a Hall of Famer, like, what are you smoking? That guy for like 8 years was the most dominant big man in the league. Like Dwight was amazing. When people say, oh, he's got no post game, I don't care. Like the points still count. Like what are we doing? Like I know Dwight can be an alienating, weird personality. He can be way too much. Like I covered like boots on the ground 2 of the 3 teams he was on. Like Dwight's personality can be a lot. But Dwight for like 8 years was amazing. Like amazing.
Especially what he was doing with that Orlando Magic. For those who say that he had no post moves, okay, but the lobs, the rebounding, just think about the block shots, the defense. I mean, he was defensive player of the year, 3 times or 2 times?
Look at the roster. I'm going to see if I can pull it up really quickly.
Oh, I could name some on that team. I think it was like Hito Turkoglu.
Yeah, Rashard Lewis.
JJ was on that team. I think it was Jameer Nelson.
Courtney Lee.
Was the Polish Hammer? Was he a backup?
Yes, Marcin Gortat.
Michael Pietrus.
Who else? Yeah, he might have been. He might have been on that team. Like this was not it wasn't a bad team, but this was not a team that was by any stretch of the imagination loaded. Like, come on, man. Like, just be fair.
Yeah.
That's all. You don't have to like Dwight. Like, I get why Dwight would rub anybody the wrong way. Just be fair.
So someone in the YouTube chat says, skip to my Lou. Yeah, we're already familiar with him. Skip to my Lou.
Yes. This was not a loaded roster at all. Nobody that even sniffed. Like, I don't know if anybody on that roster ever made an All-NBA team other than Dwight.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But okay, before we elaborate more, just into this matchup tonight against the Golden State Warriors, and honestly, Lakers got those 3 games remaining tonight, being one of them, and then they got the Phoenix Suns and they got the Utah Jazz. We're hoping that they at least can win at least one of those games, because the Golden State Warriors, they gave the Houston Rockets a run for their money when Steph Curry's return. The Phoenix Suns are still a team that gave up the Lakers a lot of problems this year, just the way their style was. So just want to get your thoughts onto that and then some more. But before we do any of that, gotta let my partners have a time to give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
All right, so I mentioned as far as the matchup tonight going into to the Golden State Warriors, and we talked about just who JJ Redick can trust. There are 9 guys, and JJ Redick trying to find answers, and we've seen the stuff that happened as far as in that Oklahoma City Thunder game and the Jared Vanderbilt aspect of it, and how JJ Redick's post-game comments, and how it rubbed some people the wrong way. We got some calls last night, AK on the Lakers post-game show. We saw his comments on DeAndre Ayton. And I just want to bring up something that I saw and throughout, NBA Twitter. And I want to get your thoughts on this, because you know how I am when it comes to DeAndre Ayton. And I gave him some credit through the month of March. He played really, really well, especially him. It killed me, but I did it. And again, Like we said, we give
you,
credit,
but you did.
Credit is due. But we've seen J. Drake's comments, let alone with Jared Vanderbilt, but we already discussed that. I really want to get my thoughts on this with DeAndre Ayton as far as him and his inability to catch the ball. And there's people in the YouTube chat all over saying that why does DeAndre Ayton have butterfingers? And why can't he just simply catch the ball? And there is literally a clip that has been going around, and it's literally just been video after video after video, and him literally being in the right spot, and the ball, he just seems to just fumble it. And I just can't, it irks me because it's like, you're right there. And it's not like they're throwing these hard chest passes or a bounce pass that's touching your legs. No, it's literally just videos of him, LeBron James driving to the lane, a dish pass, and it just fumbles right through his hands. And these are pivotal plays sometimes in games where it just fumbles through his hands. So what are your thoughts on this? And do you think J.J. Redick is handling all this the right way?
I mean, as far as theorizing why it happens, I mean, I don't know. I think DeAndre sometimes has a weird combination of good hands and bad hands, because there are times where I think even though he's not really a high fly act, I think he's actually better catching lobs than he is when he's posted, or he's kind of better on the move than when he's stationary for whatever reason. I don't know why, but when I'm sort of thinking about this in my mind's eye, he seems to bobble more passes when he's stationary, maybe on a deep seal, or, he doesn't traditionally post up a ton, but things like that, that's where he seems to bobble more stuff than when he's on the move. He also sometimes has really quick, good hands, timing blocks or steals or deflect. Like it's strange. I don't think his hands are quite bad. Like I covered Kwame Brown. Those are
Kwame Brown.
But like Jackson Hayes, or I covered Andrew Bynum. Those guys has great hands, like great hands. DeAndre's are somewhere in the middle and very unpredictable. As far as JJ's comments, I think they were part of just what was clearly a frustrated, intense night for JJ. He began that game hot, and I don't think he ever let up. I think JJ has, for the most part, been very supportive of Ayton, and I think he's taken up for him a lot. So if those comments rub DeAndre Ayton the wrong way, and I'm sure these are conversations they've had privately, but it's different privately, even directly, versus public. I would understand if Ayton didn't appreciate JJ phrasing it that way publicly, but I think it would be disingenuous to say that JJ has not offered Ayton a lot of support this season.
And we had that one caller last night on Lakers Talk, and we're saying he's like, the Duke is coming out of JJ Redick. Like you can't take that blue blood out of JJ Redick. You can't take it out of him. And JJ Redick is an intense coach, and he has this high expectation when it comes to not even his starting unit, but hell, his rotational guys. He expects them to have the attention to detail. He expects you to be into the right spots. That is why we saw early on him taking Rui Hachimura out early in the game, because Rui Hachimura, I literally was there in attendance in that OKC game. And I seen JJ Redick. You can literally hear him screaming at Rui, "Get to your spot. Run to Rui. Where the hell are you going?
That's the safe for work version of what he said.
Yes, safe for work version, exactly. But you literally can see him on the sideline giving him direction. And it's like, Rui, we're 79 games in, and you're still having to get told to be in the right spot offensively. And then, hell, even defensively, there's times that Rui Hachimura is in the wrong spot. And so JJ Redick is just trying to find answers. And he's trying to find a way to get the most out of this team, knowing when they're going to be without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, which worries me, because what has been the biggest concern with this Lakers team? Their bench, their lack of rotation, the lack of trusting someone coming off the bench to fulfill certain roles. And to expect this Lakers team, the way that this roster is, hell, LeBron James had a 30-point night with eight rebounds, 12 assists. Luka split up a triple-double. I know he did not shoot the ball well, and they still lost to the Dallas Mavericks.
A team that, by the way, really has no incentive to win. Like, it's kind of problematic for them that they won that game. Like, nobody got out of that what they wanted other than just another Cooper Flag showcase, and he looked really, really good. But otherwise, I don't think either side got what they wanted out of that game at all.
No. And so it worries me because I looked at the Houston Rockets, all right? The Houston Rockets have won 7 straight games. The Houston Rockets have won 7 straight games. Lakers are tied with them right now because the Lakers own that tiebreaker. The Denver Nuggets have won 10 straight games. So the expectation, like, okay, can they still extend the series or give the Houston Rockets because it looks like they're going to most likely match up with Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Can they give them a series? I don't know. Just by the way that the Houston Rockets have figured it out at this last couple weeks. And the expectation for LeBron at the age of 41 to try to carry the load, it's like you don't have your 2 primary guys. You don't have your 32 point per game scorer. You don't have Austin Reeves, your other 20 to 25 point per game scorer. That is a tough ask to see if you can get the most out of your 9 guys who JJ Redick doesn't trust.
I think he doesn't trust like half of them. But this is what I would say. Like, they're likely going to play the Rockets, but whether they play the Rockets or somehow the Timberwolves, they're not going to be favored against either one of them in a series without Luka, without Austin, and they shouldn't be favored against either of them without Luka, without Austin, regardless of whether or not they keep the 4 seed and have home court advantage. That might shift the odds a little bit, but I think the Rockets at 5 would still be the betting favorite. The Wolves, if they somehow ended up 5, would be the betting favorite, assuming Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards are healthy enough, certainly suited up. I think the Lakers, against the Rockets, for example, the most realistic way I can think of for them to try to pull off an upset in this series is if they can keep games consistently close down the stretch. I trust the Lakers, even without Luka and Austin, to execute better down the stretch with LeBron, because LeBron is a better problem solver than anybody on the Rockets. And if you start really getting into the last 5, 4, 3 minutes of a tight game, there's nobody on the Rockets that I trust as much to orchestrate their offense, to run high leverage possessions and get what they want out of it, more than I would trust LeBron, even in this diluted state, this weakened state for the Lakers. That to me would be, and obviously that you can't orchestrate the idea of keep it close. They are, in all honesty, going to be fighting for their lives every single possession for 48 minutes of however long the series lasts. That to me is the greatest hope the Lakers would have, is just if you can keep it close. I trust LeBron's decision-making more than I trust anybody's decision-making on the Rockets. And we've seen, and it will be more difficult without Luka and Austin defensively for what I'm about to bring up, just because without those guys, the odds of scoring decrease, and therefore the odds of having a set defense decrease, and Houston having to take the ball out of their own basket. But we've seen the Lakers scramble Houston's offense. We've seen them give Kevin Durant difficulty doubling him up high, and the way he has reacted poorly to having to find an outlet and get rid of the ball. Like, I think there are ways they can still try to make Houston uncomfortable, but Houston will be the favored team, rightly. And it's going to be difficult for the Lakers. There's no way around this.
And so I want to answer this. Someone in the YouTube chat saying that it's going to be time. Oh, Jay in the YouTube chat said, this is where you're going to need Vando on Kevin Durant. And seeing just how the Lakers were able, like you said, to blitz Kevin Durant as soon as he crossed half court and let him be the decision maker, when ultimately that was not the role and the job Kevin Durant was expecting heading into when he signed with the Houston Rockets, because they had the assumption that Fred VanVleet was going to be available. They were going to have Reed Shepherd, but Reed Shepherd still isn't able to take on that role. I try to remain optimistic, just knowing that how Lakers have had success against the Houston Rockets. I know that Christmas Day game did not go in Lakers' favor, but the fact that they're able to figure it out, and now it was a legit like playoff scenario. You play them once, a day off in between, and you go back and play them right back in that same building. And the Lakers literally held their own. I get it. Luka Doncic is there. Austin Reeves is there. But Austin Reeves did not have a good scoring night out of one of those outings against the Houston Rockets. Luka Doncic was. But I try to say that, okay, these games that we haven't seen, they've been without Marcus Smart. So Marcus Smart has been that big defensive anchor.
They've missed Marcus a lot. They've missed him on both sides because while Marcus Smart running possessions can be a roller coaster and the decision-making will run the gamut of good and bad outcomes and awesome play to what the F were you thinking, man? Mm. He's still, though, in terms of the options, without Luka, without Austin, he is at worst their third best option to run offense, at best the second best. Regardless, he's one of three legit options. And then defensively, to your point, what he brings as an individual defender, what he brings as a team defender, what he brings as a leader and a voice, he's mattered a lot on this team. And I think getting Marcus back, assuming he looks like himself, again, doesn't even out the gaps between them and likely the Rockets, but it matters. They've missed him a lot.
Yeah, and he's the one that helps DeAndre Ayton get his crunk juice going. You know what I
mean? Maybe he's the one that mixes it. Like he knows the exact ratio for the ingredients. He knows how to put it in the shaker and get it going just right.
So, just saying this and seeing the Lakers having 3 games. They got the Golden State Warriors, they got the Phoenix Suns, and then they finish off the season against the Utah Jazz. Do you think the Lakers win at least one out of those 3 games?
Yeah, I mean, Utah. Look, they're gonna win Utah. Utah may forfeit that game. Like, it is extremely important to Utah that they don't win that game. And frankly, if the Lakers, I don't care who potentially sits for the Lakers, if the Lakers, unless it's everybody's sitting and you're playing like the third stringers and the two-way guys and maybe somebody that they call up from the G League, like, other than that extreme scenario, I don't care who plays or doesn't play. You got to beat Utah. Frankly, you got to beat the Warriors tonight. Like, Steph may play, but let me tell you who may or may not play tonight. Steph is still officially questionable. Charles Bassey, questionable. Guy Santos, questionable. Will Richard, doubtful. Kristaps Porzingis, out. Al Horford, out. Quentin Post, out. We already knew Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler, out for the season. Just getting LeBron back with everybody else that we know will play, that should be enough. And also, I don't think the Warriors are going to play Steph past a certain amount of minutes. Like, they need the reps with Steph. The win or the loss doesn't really matter to the Warriors. They are, in all likelihood, locked into the 10 seed. Like, that's pretty baked into the cake. Like, it's not impossible to get the 9, but it's low odds, and it's certainly not worth putting any more wear and tear on Steph to go from 10 to 9. Like, that's just stupid. So the Warriors aren't even as desperate in need of a win as the Lakers are tonight. Like, to me, this is not just a must win for the Lakers. This is a should win for the Lakers. Even if, Jackson, we know, will be out, even if Marcus Smart doesn't play, they need to win this game more than the Warriors. And I think they should win the game more than the Warriors.
Hey, so you're telling me we got to get ready for the Gary Payton II, and we got to get ready for Pat Spencer, the Anthony Melton. We got to get ready for
the Curry brothers, though. If Steph plays, you've got the Curry brothers coming off the bench together. That's kind of fun.
That is fun. Hey, look, the Lakers just need it's tough, man. I just keep on wrapping my head around that. We had all these hopes going into the postseason. It's going to be fun. They can win a first-round matchup potentially, and then the second round, we'll see. We had the expectation that maybe they can give the San Antonio Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder a run. But it's just crazy how quickly the season has started.
We're in this place right now, DeAndre, where really what we're rooting for is the medical knowledge and science of Spain. Like that's what we're rooting for right now. That the doctors and medicine of Spain is the best in the world, and they're the right people that can get Luka back faster than expected, looking like himself. It's such a sad state of affairs right now that we're just all like Viva España. That's what we've been reduced to.
Luka was spotted, man. He was spotted, out there in Spain, man. So he's definitely getting that.
We can't even see his hamstring.
You can't see his hamstring. You can't.
No.
Hey, he makes sure that he wants to keep this under the ropes, man. He doesn't want no one knowing that his process.
I want to know who that dude with him is.
I do as well. But AK, as always, thank you so much for always jumping on Lakers Talk Daily, and then for you guys that tuned in for Lakers Talk Daily in the YouTube chat, thank you so much for always tuning in and being in the YouTube comments. And then my guys back there running operation, my guy John, Carlo, Tim, thank you guys so much. But Lakers are going to be looking to beat the Golden State Warriors tonight. JJ Redick is going to he's going to have to figure out who can he trust. His 9 guys. He's looking for 9 guys that he can trust to go out there for the remaining of the season and also for the playoffs. But let's see. Let's see if the Lakers can do it. But as always, I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. We out.